Have you checked out the newest season of the Colorful Lives podcast yet? It's me, Angela Yee, and call your girlfriends Aminatu So for a new season discussing the hustle, working towards goals, and increasing your financial IQ. We even bring in some experts and special guests who know all about making the right money moves. Getting your dollars right doesn't happen overnight, but will help you focus on taking your business, career, relationships, and life to the next level. New episodes of Colorful Lives drop every other Wednesday, and you can join the conversation on Twitter and Instagram by using the hashtag #LiveColorful. Don't forget 2 L's at the end of Colorful. Colorful Lives is available on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, or wherever you find your podcasts. Lip service. All right, you guys, we are going to get started. I'm sorry, we're having such great conversation before the cameras start rolling, but John Legend is here.
Yeah!
On Lip Service. And we have a special guest host, too, my girl, Jasmine.
Yes.
Jasmine. We love her.
You know Jasmine from D.L. Hughley. She co-stars with him on that show as well.
Yeah, do the best I can to tame him.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Not easy.
We know how it is when you can't tame someone, right, John?
Mm.
Can't tame everybody. All you can do is say what you're going to say, and they're going to do what they're going to do.
Amen.
I mean, we might as well get right into it because we can see that there's been some things, and this is happening like as we speak.
As we speak.
Kanye posted some text messages that you sent to him.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because on the Breakfast Club, I talked about what you tweeted about, you know, just being responsible about who you say that you support and love.
Yeah.
And Charlamagne was like, well, how do we know that he's talking about Kanye? Because people just speculated that. And why didn't he just text him? And you did text him.
I did text him. But I did text him after the fact. I tweeted about that stuff first, and then I texted him this morning because I felt like I should talk to him directly. Mm-hmm. And he responded, and everybody saw what our conversation was.
Yes, indeed.
You said, hey, it's JL. Is that what you go by, people? Or you just...
Yeah, a lot of people know me as JL. A lot of my staff, like when they're just talking about me, they're like JL.
He said, you said, I hope you'll reconsider aligning yourself with Trump. You're way too powerful and influential to endorse who he is and what he stands for. I agree. Praise you when you say that. What you say really means something to your fans. They are loyal to you and respect your opinion. So many people who love you feel so betrayed right now because they know the harm that Trump's policies cause, especially to people of color. Right. Don't let this be part of your legacy. You're the greatest artist of our generation. Okay, very well stated. And Kanye said, I love you, John. I appreciate your thoughts. You bringing up my fans and my legacy is a tactic based on fear used to manipulate my free thought. How dare you?
Wow.
There was more. He posted a second one.
You
sound
like
Hitler right down. Yes.
And you said, think freely, think with empathy and context too. Your words and actions have consequences. Much love. And since you're posting text, let me add that I have a new single out. Thank you. By the way, we love that song.
Yes. A good night. I would have hashtagged it, but I thought that was too much.
Well, we actually are drinking your wine right now, so hopefully after this we...
Cheers, everybody. This is the LVE. It's our red blend.
All right, let me be sophisticated.
I thought we were supposed to tap.
And put your tap. What's that for?
I don't know about the tap.
The table.
I don't know about the tap.
I think that's like vodka or something.
That's if you're doing like a shot.
Oh, wow, this is a shot.
Don't you do a shot of wine.
This is not a shot. You know it's not supposed to drink it all at once.
Oh.
She doesn't know. She's
I don't know.
You sip it.
I'm good.
Drink it all at once.
It's very good. Yeah, this will turn into a different show. Quick.
All right, so let's get into it because there's a lot of things that we would want to talk about. But I do appreciate that you did, and you should be able to call somebody out. You know,
and it wasn't about like trying to make him feel bad. I just wanted him to think about what he's saying and what it means to people. And like words, he's talking about free thought and free thinking a lot. And that's fine for him to think whatever he wants to think. But every time he makes an utterance and he publishes it, it has impact. Mm-hmm. And politicians, when they do things, it has impact. And when you align yourself with them, that doesn't mean you're endorsing every single thing they stand for, but you're endorsing their agenda, essentially.
Right.
And if Trump's agenda is bringing so much pain to so many people, then I don't think we should be endorsing it.
I feel like maybe he's kind of a little bit removed from the average person's struggles.
That's what I said yesterday in my tweets. I was like, sometimes we have the luxury to be insulated from that, from the consequences of what politicians do. And we're very blessed, and I'm blessed partly because Kanye decided to work with me in the beginning of my career and help launch it, and I've been very successful. He's been extremely successful, and when politicians do bad things that affect a lot of ordinary people, they don't affect us. Well, they don't affect us in the same way. We don't feel that pain, and so we have more luxury to just kind of align ourselves with whoever. But other people, they feel the consequences of that. And it's not a game, you know. And
you see people getting deported and families getting torn apart.
Yeah.
And him saying things like Haiti's a shithole.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's just so harmful to everybody.
It's harmful to so many people, and it's very explicit in his mind, Donald Trump's mind. He has a white supremacist agenda.
Right.
And so his agenda is to, when white people felt like their status might be eroding a little bit because we had our first black president and there was some progress and some diversity and in culture and everything, there was a backlash. Right. And he is the voice of the backlash.
Make America great again.
Yes, and America great again has always meant to Trump make America white again.
Yeah.
Right.
Take it back again.
Yes,
Right.
And he's affected that through immigration policy, through having
His
Jeff,
rhetoric.
his rhetoric, having Jeff Sessions reignite the war on drugs and all these other things. He's making it clear, and also making it harder for people of color to vote. All these other things, he's making it clear that he truly wants to make America white again and to marginalize people of color as much as possible. And so when you say you love that individual that is perpetuating these policies, that's the consequences that you're advocating for is what that person is saying they want to do and what they're doing.
Right.
And we can't just be like, I think freely. I don't have to be a Democrat just because I'm black. Okay, you don't.
You don't have to be a Democrat.
You don't.
It's true.
But you don't have to love Trump.
Right. But that's
and you have to know that your vote has consequences for people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, you know, it's not just some fun thing you can say, well, I'm on this team or that team. It's not just a marketing thing. It's actual real life consequences for people.
Yeah. See, but I do think he's using it as a marketing tool because obviously we know he has a project coming out.
Yeah.
So I do feel like he does stuff like this when he has projects coming out.
And she loves Kanye.
Listen, I'm
and now she's so disappointed.
We all love Kanye. We all love his
It's like
music.
a disappointment.
He's always been my
but here's the
favorite
thing, though.
artist.
This is my biggest issue.
This is your fire stick.
Oh, I thought Donald Trump heard us talking.
Oh, God, me too. I thought it was Kanye and his people.
I hear a man on the intercom.
This is Donald Trump.
Right.
Fuck you, motherfuckers.
I was like, what?
John Legend.
White power.
JL, you must exit the building.
Right.
JL, white power.
Screw you and your wine.
Is this a drill or is this not a drill?
Like, is something on fire?
No, I think we're okay. I don't smell smoke.
Good.
The fact that we just kept talking.
I know. Like, what?
I'm like, this would be a bad way to go.
Right, so
On videotape.
But you know what? Here's my issue with Kanye. A couple of things. First and foremost, I agree with you. I think the fact that whenever he has an album or whenever he needs attention, he does stupid stuff. Now, for me, in terms of contradiction, we all remember when he stood on stage and said, George Bush don't like black
care
people.
about black people.
So clearly you understand
right.
when you
He's being
see
a hypocrite.
divisive rhetoric. So knowing that Donald Trump spews that constantly, you can look at his history. You can look at the things that he does. How then can you now say, this is my brother and I
Right.
love him? That makes no sense to me.
But knowing him, he's going to flip it like, I love everybody. Everybody
say that.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Like, he's going to run with that. Like, that's
But,
not what I meant.
But I
meant
think
love.
he's always also sold himself as authentic to everybody. And like, that when he said things that you might have disagreed with, you always believed he was saying it because he really felt it.
Right.
And if this is a gimmick, which based on his text, I don't know if it is a gimmick. Like, he seems like he just feels this way right now. But if it is a gimmick, it's not good for him because like part of what he's always said to us, he was being real.
Right.
Like even if you didn't like what he
Real
had to
is
say,
not a gimmick.
even if you know he disrupted the proceedings with Taylor and Beyonce, like
It's something he
it
strongly
was something
believed
he
in.
strongly believed in. If he really believes this, then I just hope he'll think about it some more and reconsider. But if he doesn't believe it, then it's not a good look.
All right, so we just had to get that out the way because this is
Yeah.
all just happening
the
as you
elephant in
walked
the
in.
room.
And by the way, I know Chrissy wants to tweet something right now.
She just did.
She did. Well done.
I need my phone so I can see.
I was like-
she has the best tweets ever.
Like,
know what?
everybody's really
The
going
first thing we want to think is, what does Chrissy have to say about this? This is the most elaborate and complex Google Pixel phone ad I have ever seen. Everyone keeps asking me to comment on shit. Comment on Psycho Tammy Lasagna, whom I refuse, Tommy Lasagna, to give the joy to say something about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Speak up about Kanye. When it comes to people we know, we do speak up to them, not on Twitter. And sometimes I guess it makes it to Twitter. Okay, fair enough.
No, she makes it to Twitter a lot.
Yes, but I think
but she's good.
Because people are always asking us about like respond to this because anything Kanye does, you know, people want me to respond to or Chrissy to respond to Kim or whatever, and most of the time if we have something we want to talk about with them, we talk to them ourselves because we've been friends for a long time and. Obviously, this all became more public, but it is what it is.
Were you annoyed when you saw that he posted because you didn't say nothing crazy, so...
I was like a little bit surprised, but I was like, actually, I look very good in this text.
Right.
That's all that matters.
I was like...
Moving forward, I got to watch what I say.
I was like, this is probably better for my brand than if it weren't posted, so...
Right.
You're on brand. All right, so I want to talk about some things, obviously... Well, I know you watch Real Housewives. So.
Yes.
I know you watch Atlanta. Do you watch Potomac?
Yeah, we watch both. Chrissy watches pretty much everything that's on Bravo, but that includes all the housewives. And I see probably like 80% of them with her.
Right. You look very comfortable. But one question I wanted to talk about was Karen on The Real Houses of Potomac says that her and her husband have separate financial everything. Like they have separate accounts. They don't know what's going on with each other's finances. Could be a lie, could be true. But I wanted to know your take on that. If Chrissy was like, look, we need separate accounts.
No, we never said that. I mean, we do most of our decisions and everything jointly. But there's certain things that are separate. We have the same business manager, but we have our own businesses because she makes a lot of money doing what she does, and I make a lot doing what I do, and a lot of the money comes in through our businesses. And then once it comes to our household, it's household money.
Okay.
That's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
See, that's a good setup. But now if you got a broke significant other, like,
He was like,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So you might got more money than them. They might got more money than you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get divorced over money. So you have to kind of communicate well up front about what.
But I think you should have a household account, and then I think you should kind of have your own individual play account.
Little fun account.
Things I want to buy.
Yeah,
I don't
and
want you to know about.
she buys what she wants. She makes plenty of money. She buys what she wants, and if I want to buy her a gift, I buy her a gift.
Who spends more, you or her?
On shopping, she spends more.
Okay, just asking.
I mean, it's not fair because women have to spend more on shopping.
So what are you spending more on?
I mean,
cars?
I spend money on
electronics,
all kinds of things, but
boy toys,
home stuff, whatever. But women's clothes just cost more, and y'all have to buy more. It's just
it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Say that.
Me and Jasmine had a whole debate about dating a man who makes less than you.
Yeah,
she said she wouldn't do it.
We disagreed on this,
I said I would.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what less means. It's like if he's working hard and he's doing well in what he does, but you happen to be doing better. Like I don't feel like that's a bad thing. But you just want him to be able to. You just want him to be able to contribute to the relationship. And also, I think psychologically, it's tough for men when there's a huge imbalance.
Yes.
And then that infects a lot of other things.
That's right. Because let me tell you something. At the first chance that he can't pay a bill, the very first argument you have, a chick is going to say, "With your broke ass."
Yeah.
So you're saying that a guy has to make at least the same amount as you?
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Or at least the same amount. Or more would be nice. Not that I'm really into money, but I am. But I think
which one is it?
No. Here's the real deal. I believe that men. I don't think they can mentally handle making less. I think it will make them feel less of a man if they know you bring in the check. The biggest check, dinner, the check comes at the end of the meal. You always have to sign in front of him and his boys. You know what I mean? I think it just causes problems.
Did this happen to you before?
Yes, it does. And they don't want to hear about it.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Like in front of him, Chris, Tommy, and Mike.
It happens. And no matter how gentle you try to be about it, their egos are always bruised because they know they don't make as much money as you. And then they don't want to hear about it. I'm like, I can't help that I make. And the other thing is, I believe people should be equally yoked. I think if you have a lot to lose, I think then you should be with someone else who has a lot to lose.
Yoke me, I yoke you.
Yeah. We yoke together.
I think if I make more than the person, I don't want to join an account with them. You gotta get.
But
your
if he
own
makes
account.
more than you,
If he make more than me, we could join our account.
So you can take his
that sounds one-sided to me.
Sounds pretty fair to me, because like some people are just wicked. Like some people really do be in it for like money, and I know a lot of females that have been in relationships with guys for money. So I feel like guys can be in relationships with girls or females, women, whatever, for money as well. So I would never want nobody to try to get over on me oh, fuck, I'm broke. Let me get with this bitch.
What happened to somebody being in love? What if y'all knew each other and you just happened to be doing really well?
Let me tell you.
I think Well, listen, I think at the beginning of a relationship is one thing to be wary and be guarded. But after you get to a certain point where you really trust that person and y'all really are a team, then y'all need to act like a team to me. And you can't be always looking over your shoulder, wondering if they're just in it for the money.
Right.
Like if you've gotten to that point 10 years in or whatever, and Chrissy and I have been together since 2006 or 2007. And if you're at that point in your relationship and you're still worrying about trusting them with money, then there's bigger problems in your relationship.
Right, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like a fundamental trust issue.
But then my thing changes when it comes to, like, if I've gotten with a guy, he makes good money, and then he loses his job. I'm not going to leave him over that, especially if we've been together for a long time. Then we're operating as a team.
Yeah.
But you're not going to come in with nothing, and I got something.
No, we're not saying nothing.
Then I'm like,
you got to work or do
We're not saying
something.
nothing. You made it really dramatic.
I'm just saying.
Because it's a lot of hours in a day. If he can't make a couple dollars.
What if he's only 19? No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
Why would he be 19?
He got a whole
Exactly.
different situation.
Is Black China here?
Why are you talking about me? I'm right here.
That's just fun.
That's funny.
All right, now let's talk about this is a topic that we were discussing before you came in, putting trackers on people's phone. You know, like the Find My Phone thing, Find My Friends, and all of that. What?
What do you mean? Find it on someone else or find your own?
No, like
you're
GPS,
tracking
like
people.
located on the GPS.
You're tracking people?
Yeah.
Everything's feeling like Black Mirror to me right now.
Right. Oh my God, that's my show. The one where you can see the numbers of followers they got above
Yes.
Black Mirror. Yo, y'all gotta watch that.
If you don't
told me
watch
to
Black
watch that
Mirror,
before.
I've never
it's so relevant to everything we're talking about, especially with technology and the way the show is basically kind of structured like Twilight Zone, where each episode is its own episode and it's about something kind of weird and a little bit futuristic, but it's future, but it's like now future. It's like things you can imagine happening in the next 5 to 10 years, and how it could go awry, and how technology could go awry in our lives. And it's so real. You feel all these stories. You really have to watch it.
It's really good.
So what do you
It's
think
on Netflix.
about the Find My Friends and that whole app? Because it could be a situation where she's like, okay, we need to know where each other are just in case something happens.
Well, at this point in my life, everybody knows where I am.
Yes.
Like,
I'm here.
It's on my calendar. My whole team knows where I am. TMZ knows where I am if I show up anywhere. Like, I have literally nothing to hide.
You can't do
and
anything.
nothing I can hide.
Yeah, so it's a little different for you personally.
So it's different for me.
But for relationships in general, like what would you say?
Because you could get in that car in the middle of the night with the tents on and go somewhere.
No, he can't.
Not saying that.
no.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really wanted to get somewhere, you can.
Yes, but if you're in an early stage, I don't feel like anybody should be stalking your whereabouts at any time. And then once you're like 5 or 10 years in, listen,
Is it okay?
it's hard for you to argue with it because it's like, well,
what can you say? Right?
It's like, what can you say? Because she's like, I just need to know where you are at all times, and you're like, well, I don't want you.
Right.
Like-
but then that
Well, why
sounds
not?
suspicious.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
why not?
automatically
Where are you
suspicious.
going?
That's the problem.
Yeah, so I feel like it's hard to say no at that point.
So you got to leave your phone and have another phone. Leave the phone at home.
That's my
Yo, the best way out of this situation is not to be lying all the time, not to
There
be
you
cheating.
go.
It's like
Okay.
it truly is. Honestly, it's like just better for your sanity.
Right.
Like you don't like lying all the time is not easy. It's
So then why do
it's
men
stressful.
do it all the time?
It's stressful.
Why do people do it?
And
all
there's
the
so
time?
many
Some
more
men
ways to
like being
get
stressed out.
and there's so many more ways to get caught now. So it's like
It's
there's no
possible.
point.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I feel like back in the day it was so
If
much
you don't wanna
easier
be-
to cheat and
Yeah.
stuff like
And
that.
if you don't want to be with
Creep.
somebody, if you don't want to be faithful, just don't be in that long-term relationship at this point because there's so many ways to get caught. Like just don't do it. Don't do
But-
it to yourself. Don't do it to somebody else.
I'm sure before Chrissy, you've gotten caught cheating. Do you have any
No.
caught cheating? Never?
Never?
But you have cheated. You just never got caught before when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger, I cheated. and
You
didn't
wrote
get
songs
caught.
about it, and I don't want to believe that
Yeah.
you're lying in your lyrics.
Yeah.
I feel like he's slick as hell though.
Yes.
Like he'll get
With that
caught in
face,
his
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
all of me.
I never got
He's
caught.
like,
I'm
like,
insane.
let's fuck.
But the worst part is feeling like you have to lie about stuff, and it's so much healthier for your own mind
Yeah.
to not have to go around lying.
Right.
Well, I can't
Truly.
keep up with lies anyway. I
Yeah,
forget
it's
what
like-
lies I
Me
told.
either.
Wait, what
It's
I say I was doing?
It's so
I
much
did.
healthier. It's so much
Yeah.
healthier to not have to lie. It's like so peaceful in your life.
That's
Yeah.
Have y'all ever gotten caught in a lie?
Oh, God.
Angela, no, I tell him myself all the time.
See, I can't.
Gigi was about to
lie.
tell, but you gotten caught.
I've gotten caught in a lie before. That's why I can't lie, because y'all know how open and honest I am about everything. So I'm always just, running it down verbatim that I can't remember that. Like, oh, this is supposed to be the truth. When it's really not. Like, I can't remember that. Like,
I definitely got caught big time in a lie. I remember I was dating this guy and we had took a break or whatever. So we ended up getting back together, but I had already told this other guy he could come visit me. So I lied and told my boyfriend I was going to Barcelona. I don't know why I made this elaborate lie up. Because sometimes I feel like an elaborate lie is more believable.
Yes, it is.
Because you're like, there's no way she's going to just say she's going to Barcelona.
You got to be up on all the details, though.
But I guess he knew I was lying, and so he came to my house while the guy was there.
Yeah.
So I just opened the door and I was like, okay, you caught me. And I introduced them to each other. And
And how did it end?
it was fine. He just left, and that was that. And I finished my weekend.
That's like she's got to have it.
It was nothing I could do about it. I got caught lying. I think when you get caught lying, it's really important to just admit it.
Well, no, it's really important just to get mad.
You get mad.
You just turn the tables.
You
Well, what are
said,
you doing here?
You just gaslight.
Why would you follow me? Yeah, you just turn it around on them. You're stressing me out all week. Why do you think I'm here?
That's Trump strategy. That's gaslighting.
Guys do that.
Guys do that all the time.
Why you not trust me enough?
They try to beat you, get
So
mad.
you're just gonna show up?
Yeah.
That must mean you doing something.
You don't trust me. That's the problem.
And that's what our problem is.
That's why he's here now.
That is called gaslighting.
Right. Spinning.
Breadless is a new kind of company, an online grocery store and community that puts people first and believes that better shouldn't cost more. They make hundreds of high-quality, better-for-you essentials that are organic, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, and cruelty-free for just $3 each. You can even find clean beauty and personal care products that are paraben-free and made without over 400 other potential harmful ingredients, like shampoo and conditioner with no harmful sulfates that can destroy your hair. Plus, get non-toxic cleaners and home goods like paper napkins, tissues, and plates made from sugarcane and bamboo grass. So they're tree-free and environmentally sustainable. All just for $3 each. How? Breadless cuts out the middleman and ships direct, saving an average of 40% compared to national brand retailers. So you don't have to pay for fancy labels and middleman markups. All the cleaning supplies that I use in my home are non-toxic, and let me tell you, they smell so much better and protects all the surfaces in my house. Start building your Breadless box today and get free shipping on your first order at Breadless.com. Better everything for everyone, all $3. That's BRANDLESS.com. All right, so we have a little game to play, and this is going to be a John Legend playlist game, okay?
Okay.
It don't have to be your songs, but the theme is a good night.
All right.
And so this is all about your bedroom playlist.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what is the best song to make a baby to?
You should know.
I'm all about the Marvin Gaye for sex time.
So which song?
I like the whole I Want You album. It's dope.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
I
that.
have that vinyl.
I Want You. I had that one too.
Yeah. All right. What is the best song to get a blowjob to?
I don't know.
If you had to put a soundtrack
I
to it.
haven't thought about
Ladies,
the
help me out with
particulars of that.
It's something you gotta have. It's gotta have like a
I
good
feel like it's all, I don't know if there's a separate song for that, and I feel like it's all part of the same song.
It's gotta be something like
I'm going down.
I'm going down. Yes.
or lay your head on my pillow, because that's
Well, that's
women.
more
That's
for
for-
Yeah, that's a good one actually. I gotta bring back some more Tony in my life. And somebody was playing Anniversary in the car the other day.
That's my song.
And I was just like, why haven't I played this album in so long? I need to play this again.
album.
That album and the one right after it, classic Tony albums.
Now you gotta do Shorty got low.
SWV Downtown.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For you to go down on her. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way to her love.
All right. What is the best song to have really freaky, crazy sex to?
I got all the ratchet.
Y'all could answer
I'm like
too.
thinking.
You
I'm
guys
She's a
are
very
thinking.
freaky girl.
You are very
Yeah, you could
ratchet.
do like Prince. I feel like Prince would be good.
Prince is dope.
Oh, yeah.
Which one? What Prince song? We need a specific
You
song.
could do like
Do Me
Insatiable.
Baby.
Yeah,
Do Me Baby,
Insatiable.
Insatiable is good. Yeah, Prince is good for that.
I also think
Darling Nikki,
Jodeci.
she was masturbating to a magazine.
Oh, that's true. But that's more like a masturbation song. I think Jodeci freaking you.
Every freaking night.
What?
You can do that.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you listen to music when you have sex?
Sometimes, but sometimes we just the TV's already on because we watch TV in bed a lot.
Oh my God!
So
Let me
that's
tell you.
the
Have you
soundtrack.
ever had something on the TV while you're having sex and had to turn it off because it wasn't going with the
It's so
mood?
irrelevant to what
like,
you're
and then
doing.
you, like, bust out laughing.
We were watching
Like
a
something
Gianni
like that.
Versace story.
Okay, it's inappropriate.
Sometimes it's completely irrelevant to the love you're trying to make.
Right.
And so you got to turn it off.
Something crazy's happening. On the You're like, all right, this is messing up the mood. I
They're
don't
like
know
for
what's
constipation, bloating, gas,
Or
nausea.
Jesus is watching. What?
Exactly.
Say that. Who's looking?
Yeah, that TV. And sometimes you got to mute it because it's like, I
exactly.
can't.
Yeah, that shit will fuck out the mood.
Yeah, music is better.
Music is way better.
Yeah.
All right, now forget freaky sex. What's the best song to make love to? Oh, y'all don't
There's
make love?
so many.
No,
making
we're saying
love.
like, ah.
Didn't they say that like
think too, 'cause,
savages?
like,
No, we're like, ah.
There's so
I still would go with
I would
Marvin
go with Marvin Gaye
Gaye.
too.
Distant lover.
Ooh,
Distant lover.
They'd be like, I'm right here.
What are you thinking about? That's not an argument. What are you thinking
Where that
about?
bitch at? Because I'm about to go find her.
And okay, what about still Marvin Gaye? What about you guys? Best song to make.
See, mine would be Marvin too. I love Marvin Gaye.
What about Teddy
Like, come get to
Pendergrass?
this and
Come on.
Yeah, come get to
yeah,
this.
it's a great one.
Turn off the light.
You know what? I'm going to say this, and I know y'all about to kill me.
Really
She about to
ratchet.
say something
ratchet.
ratchet.
It's not ratchet. I
She's gonna be like, that's my dog.
That's my dog. Hey. No. I was going to say, I've had sex to this album before. I'm only ashamed because he ain't shit.
R. Kelly.
Chocolate Factory.
Girl, I was gonna say TP2.com, but you know we can't.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Sad day.
All we can do is
sad day in R&B.
I'm not going to lie.
He's
Oh,
canceled in our home.
Right.
Yeah, it's a sad day in
sorry.
R&B.
Daughter, you can't just be
I can't
putting
roll
it
with you on
on.
Well,
that.
now you do it. You think about a molester.
Yeah.
Like,
He's talking
Yeah,
about
you
it.
can't even
Yeah,
listen
I'm
back to
thinking
his
about a lot of
lyrics now.
stuff.
Because
this was years ago.
too many of the
'cause
lyrics.
now it doesn't. You're like,
Too many of the
wait a
lyrics don't
second.
sound right now that you know everything that he's done.
He's telling us everything he was doing.
Nah, Aaliyah was the worst.
He
AJ
literally
nothing
wrote
but
AJ nothing but a number.
Go
You're like,
with
man, I
it.
get it.
You're like, you're 14.
The Pied Piper. I
It's
get it
just
now.
more than a number.
Yeah, it's
damn it.
more.
Like, what?
He literally called himself the Pied Piper.
Yes. So when
And
you
like
think about
it was
it now,
right
you're
there in
like,
front of us all along.
we
Yeah,
didn't
that
want to see
was
it.
sick.
We were too busy
He tried to
stepping in
tell
the name of
y'all.
love.
Tried to had told y'all.
But y'all ain't want to hurt
Ain't
him.
nobody want to listen.
But you know what? It's like he's really not getting canceled.
Well, I just heard
it's
that
not
someone.
over.
It's been
not
taking
over.
so long, though.
I mean, the thing is, it's almost too late because he's well past his prime anyway. So
Yeah.
like the money he was going to make has already been made pretty much, and like he could still tour, but like he's already done so much in his career and done so much damage to so many girls.
Yeah.
Right.
Like him being canceled at this point, I mean, it matters, but it matters less than it would have mattered
When
10
the
years
prime.
ago.
But you know, I think it's so funny how we are able, well, not everyone, because I wasn't able to do it, to separate the person from the act. Like with Bill Cosby.
Once I read enough about
We-
it, I just stopped listening.
Yeah,
to him.
you know what I mean? You
Honestly.
still, there's so many people who will fight for Bill Cosby. I'm like, yo, you're fighting for Cliff Huxtable. Well, let's talk about Bill
Right,
Cosby.
right, right.
And
You
I
think they
think
should have
with
taken
R.
the Cosby Show off the air?
Yes!
Because of the other people on the show.
Hell no.
I just saw the
Take
Cosby Show
Cosby-
yesterday
I'm
on
not gonna
TV
lie.
One.
Don't take the Cosby Show off.
Ah.
That's like part
Well, I
of
guess
our.
it does hurt other people.
Yeah, that's part of our
but I
culture.
I have
though.
so many
It
problems
is.
with
It wasn't
what
like he was a rapist
allegedly
on
did.
the show.
Honestly,
that
I
we
can't
knew.
watch him anymore, and I
It's
can't listen to
hard.
Aura anymore. I can't
It's
do it.
it's tough.
I'm
but
done.
even with R. Kelly, we know what he did, and we'll still be like, yo, but I love Step in the Name of Love.
I just
Chocolate
don't-
Factory is my
Somebody,
jam.
we had a party. A DJ was playing a song at my house. I was like, turn that off.
Turn that shit
Yeah.
out.
Next song.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
No
like,
Ignition remix
It's
is
hard.
Now, usually I'll do this, but go ahead and turn that
skip to
bullshit
the next
off.
song.
And I really did love a lot of it too. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like I'm good though. There's other music to listen to.
Absolutely.
All right, what is the best song to try a new move to? You know, every now and then you gotta. Are there any new moves to
The
try?
cha-cha slide.
No, what new
Cha-cha.
move
I like
is
the
it?
cha-cha.
Are there any new moves?
That one.
And if they are, what
The
are they?
Macarena.
I don't know.
To the left.
Slide to the left.
Two houses tall.
Crisscross, turn them out.
I feel like it should be
How
one
low
of.
can you go?
Yeah, it should be
Take it
like
down to
a song with dance steps in it. No,
With
too tired.
instructions. Yeah. You gotta have instructions with it.
Yo, that's crazy.
When is the last time you tried something new in the bedroom, though? Because is there anything?
I don't know. No, it's been a
I
while.
don't think there is. I don't think there's anything new. If there is, I need to know about
There
it.
has to be.
Nah, sometimes. Many
Well,
things.
Like what?
Put your finger down, L'Oreal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on now, finger
That
hut.
damn finger.
Shut up.
Finger hut.
Finger hut. Finger butt.
Finger butt.
So like, what's okay? Clearly, L'Oreal's just done something.
No,
new.
I said this.
Don't do the whole hand.
And
girl.
another. Okay, let me put my hands to the side. No, but like I really do think that something that's important that I feel like we take for granted is like different positions that we can be doing. I feel like I've looked at like one of those books and be like, ha ha ha, and closed it back. Sis.
Yeah.
Open that back up.
Yeah.
Get to studying.
Because at first I'm like, why the fuck are they in all these positions? Because mainly it was when
the
you were
Kama
younger.
Sutra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
the
you
Kama
seen that
Sutra or
kind of
tantric
stuff.
sex.
Yeah.
But I think
even in the thesaurus back in the day, I'm
Actually,
old.
that's something I would like to try.
Not
new.
thesaurus,
I would like to try.
encyclopedia and shit.
Tantric.
Shut up. I had a couple drinks. I'm mixing
I'm gonna let y'all go.
He's like,
I definitely think like the different positions, because, I've tried different positions, fairly.
Rock the boat.
But that's like a case-by-case scenario because all guys can't get you to certain positions.
Right.
Well, is it because it's
Other
not
guys.
long enough?
What do you mean?
well, I think
Some guys are more athletic than others.
Okay.
Some guys can move better than others.
or, some guys,
some
they're
guys
not,
might have an injury
they're
and
not,
can't really get
An
to it. the way they
injury?
need to.
But like,
Yeah.
I wonder, like, do you,
like
try
a
different positions, or do you?
or
just
they're not
have, like, the
endowed
same-
enough to try a
I
particular
think you just have
position.
to. Honestly, I feel like you just have to go with the flow because, like, it's all about chemistry
Right.
with that individual. I think it's great to switch things up, but it's all about the flow and the chemistry and the way your bodies work together.
Have you ever tried
Together.
tantric sex?
No.
Yeah, I
See,
wanna
there's
try
something
tantric.
different.
There we
Okay,
go.
there we go. Put on some Marvin Gaye, get that tantric sex going.
There we go.
Can you
Burn
listen
some
to music
incense.
while you do tantric sex?
I feel like I need some sleep though.
Yeah.
How long is
well, really, it's about a mental thing, though.
Yeah.
That's what
Isn't
it's
that
really
supposed
about.
to go, like,
It's mental.
hours
That was
and
the
hours?
shit. And he did that for like
what the hell is
7
that?
I heard
It's a mental
they used to say
connection.
Sting
It's a lot
used
of
to do
like
that
touching
too.
and rubbing.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of like.
So it's really
intercourse.
not really. I mean, it's about sex, but
It's
it's
kind of
really
like
about
foreplay. Like
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
to the
That sounds
extreme.
cool.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah.
really
Sting
sitting
used
here
to
like,
do that?
Yeah,
he was
Sting does
he
it.
was the one that I
He's-
first heard about
yeah,
it
he's still
in
into
context with.
Oh, Chrissy just tweeted Kim Kardashian. Are we still doing dinner Friday or no?
yo, she
I love her.
funny.
I love it.
She hella funny. It's a no.
Nah, we good.
Yeah, everybody's good. Listen, they're friends. That's why she could make a joke like
Who's
that.
cooking though?
Um,
Because I heard you
Yeah,
be cooking.
No,
she's
John-
we
amazing.
both
Great.
cook a lot. We both cook a lot, but Chrissy cooks more. But she's pregnant right now, so
You
I
got
try to not make her stand up too much.
Does she make you make different things than she normally eats?
Now that she's pregnant again.
Well, I cook. I can cook just about anything. I'll just go online and look for a recipe. But I like making soul food. I make Jamaican food sometimes.
Oh, really?
I'm not Jamaican, but I be Jamaican
jerk
it.
chicken.
I mean, I got one of the best curry chicken you ever had.
I make curry chicken. But I just go online and find good recipes, and if we like it, we try it again.
And follow the instructions.
Yeah.
Why is it so
Yeah.
hard
It's
for
not
people
that
to
hard.
figure it out?
Yeah, it's not
All
that
you gotta
hard.
do is poke a hole in
Angela.
the thing and put it in the microwave for 3 minutes,
Yeah.
take it out, mix it up, put it back in.
Angela does not follow fucking instructions. We had one of the blue apron things, and I cooked one and she cooked one. I'm like,
My thing
Angela,
came out
doesn't
wrong.
look like the picture. It was supposed to be shredded chicken. She made full chicken breast.
Listen, I don't have time to. I never
Well, I think
read
sometimes you
directions
think you
for
can do
anything.
better.
Tell her to read.
Like, maybe I'm gonna add
Don't
this.
ever buy
That's
anything
one of
from
Chrissy's
IKEA
pet
because you
peeves
gotta
because
read
she has
those
a
directions.
cookbook and everything, and some people are just like, I don't cook. And the thing is, I feel like everybody can cook.
Everybody
Yeah,
can.
you can.
That's the name of a cookbook. Everybody can cook.
Yeah.
But I also think you put your own kind of spice to it. So maybe she thought, I'm going to put
I
a little
spiced
twist
it
on
up.
it.
that is
I'll
Angela.
put the whole
was-
chicken
that
in
is
there.
her
See
style.
how
I'm
that
making all
works.
kinds of stuff that's not supposed to be like how it's made.
Yeah,
all the
no.
time.
She comes up with creation.
All right, I found from Men's Journal how you can have tantric sex, so I want you to try it.
Okay.
So the
Yeah.
first step is creating a sacred space. So you got to get some scented candles, some luxurious bedding, maybe some chocolate, some of your wine, perhaps.
Yes. LVE.
That's just for
This
you,
is
though.
good.
And they said get plenty of water so you can stay hydrated. Sounds like some
Oh.
yoga or
Well,
something.
because you're going to be in there for a long time. That's why.
And it says,
Yeah.
get comfortable. Don't wear your college hoodie and sweatpants, but do get some comfortable clothing, all right? Some people practice in the nude, but for other people, they like to undress during.
Okay.
Now, get in sync. So you have to sit across from your partner on the bed, start playing some pleasant music, some Marvin Gaye, stare into each other's eyes, and then that's when you create a sinking sensation. Sounds scary. That's when you also synchronize your breathing. That's how they say you could really love somebody when you lay next to each other and you guys breathe the same.
Oh my God.
It's called
yes.
mirroring.
Okay.
It's true.
I like that. That sounds good.
Right. Okay. And then check your feelings as you relax. Emotions are going to come and go. Understand these are part of the present experience. So breathe into any tension that may arise and continue to breathe and to get that spiritual connection. Then do a massage. And that's when you tease and touch non-erogenous zones. You could also use feathers, hot wax. Everybody's looking at me.
I'm like, when we get into the sex.
Yeah, I'm already
The whole
over
point
it.
is you don't
point.
do it.
The whole point is that you don't actually have
Oh my
sex. I said that
gosh.
already.
Nah, I'm over it.
It's not
It's
a Y'all
I'm
don't remember
done.
the Sex in the City episode when they went to
Hated
the tantric sex class and the guy and he like came all over the place and they was like, oh my God.
When did this happen?
Hated
Sex
it.
in the City.
Oh, yes. All right. So then they said penetrative intercourse and orgasm aren't the goals of tantric sex. And then you have to get in the yab yum position.
See, nah, this is all.
So it sounds like really extended foreplay.
It is.
But very
But it's
focused
like-
on being present
Yes,
and
and
being in
mental.
sync.
Yes,
like meditating
that's all it
together,
is.
kind of.
That's what
Okay.
it is.
I like
Learning
that. It
one
sounds
person's
beautiful,
body.
honestly. It's like, when do we have
It sounds
time for
Oh,
that?
look, at the end it says the sex. Okay, so
Oh, yes. Woo!
but first you have to try a tantric kiss. So that's similar to hold
I'm
on,
joking. I'm joking.
listen, we're being tantric here. So it says it's normal what would you do normally, but in slow motion. So you get close, share a breath. Hopefully you guys have good breath. It's not in the morning.
Yeah.
And kiss slowly and sensually, and then savor each sensation, and then the sex.
Well, who kisses fast?
Some people do.
I mean, if you
Like,
happy to
I
see
thought all
the
kisses
person-
were like slow and sensual. Otherwise,
No,
what's the point?
But I think you could be consciously slower than normal.
That's true.
And like really think about every breath.
I probably
can see
laugh during this. Don't you think you'd be like laughing?
Yes.
I would try it though.
I'll be making jokes.
I'm not mad at that description.
Okay, so he's gonna try it. Let us know.
cheers
how
to
it
that.
goes.
Go tantric.
All right. Now another thing we were talking about is if you had a porno, what would it be called?
Ah, the legend. What? My name is ready for. It's so porn
The
ready.
legend.
Yes.
John, the legend.
All right. That's a lot
It's
to live up to.
legendary.
Now I feel like he's been. Did you figure this out beforehand? Or?
You know, the funniest part about my name is not my real name, and it wasn't, it wasn't given to me by, a sexual partner, of course. But it was a name that was about me as a vocalist and as a singer and everything. But anyway, when I had to register it as a trademark, there was already another person named Johnny Legend, and he was a porn producer.
So it all makes sense.
and like a rockabilly singer and performer. And so we had to basically agree that I would never use Johnny Legend, he would never use John Legend.
Oh, hilarious.
And so
Where is
part
he
of
now?
the negotiation, I don't know. Part of the negotiation, this is before I was ever famous. He didn't know if I was going to be anybody.
Right.
And we got a pretty good deal. I got it for like 10 grand, given
wow.
all that I've
He's like, damn.
made and since then is worth
pretty
it. But that was the deal, and that was who it was with. He did have a connection to porn.
I
He
have
played
a good,
himself.
I have a good porn title for you, and let's all think of some for him. All right, give me the red light.
Oh.
Instead of the green light.
Give me the red
Periods.
light, special
Oh, man.
all through the night.
Was that? No, they were talking about something else. She talking about running the red light.
Okay,
So you run red lights.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's above my head.
What is this red light?
What is this red light?
Does anybody have some good names? Because we wanted, in case he was going to make a porno. Or maybe you have a good name for a porn for yourself.
Ladies?
Like, everybody's quiet now.
I know, we're trying to
You had
think.
so many downstairs, L'Oreal.
I know. I can't remember none now.
The finger bang.
Oh,
yeah,
Well,
Finger
see,
finger
that's
bang.
it. No, y'all
Very
about to
good.
do.
She loves
I'm
putting
not
her
finger
in guys'
bandit. The
butt.
I had
finger
no
bandit.
idea how X-rated this interview was going to
Oh,
be.
you
but
didn't know?
I'm here for it, though. It's all good.
Okay, yes.
It's all good.
There we go. Applaud that man. But but Angela keeps saying and acting like I stick my finger up everybody's
You
butt.
do.
Do you?
This is the thing.
Who said that?
Don't never ever shake her hand.
This is the
No.
thing.
You
No,
gotta
it's
give her a
not that.
pound.
You know, like when guys are getting good head, they'll pretty much let you do anything. Like you could probably that's it. So if you want to slide like a little finger up
Do
their
you
butt.
enjoy it, or you?
Yeah, I
you
think
believe
I
it's
do.
bringing
I
him
do.
joy?
I enjoy it.
Both.
He enjoys it too because y'all have a G spot up there.
Okay.
So, as long as I'm pleasing him, I'm happy.
I smell your finger from here.
No, you don't, bitch, because I wash my hands.
That smell sometimes don't go away. It's
Yes,
stains.
See,
It's on your
first of all, I would never put my finger in no dirty boy butt.
You don't
Like,
know if his butt is dirty.
Right.
Yes,
Do you
I
make him
do.
clean
First
first?
of all, I don't like to have. I like no.
Like, does he have to go in the bathroom?
How did we
Stop
get
legend.
here? Stop legend.
Oh, that's a good porn title.
Stop legend.
Stop legend.
There we go. I came up with one.
All right, what about you, Jasmine?
What?
What's your porn gonna be called?
Pretty Kitty.
Oh, I'm not mad at that.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello.
What's the plot?
It's a pretty kitty.
There's no plot. It's
No,
just
is there ever a plot to a porn?
I think porn should have a plot.
Well, wait, so who actually watches the plot?
With
the sound up?
No, I don't get the. Oh, I listen to the sound.
Really?
I like the sound.
What
You don't like
for?
the sound?
you turn the volume on?
No, I
like the
understand.
watch. You gotta
fast
I'm saying
forward
I
right
don't
to
watch
it.
I don't watch
plot.
the plot.
Yeah,
Just
because
get
there's
straight
no
to the-
one.
take the panties
Pizza
off.
man comes to the door. Oh, here she is, and
Here's
and
your
nothing. Pizza down,
pepperoni.
bam.
They
There's
need
no
to
plot.
update that to like Seamless comes to the door, Uber Eats.
No, they never come, right? No, I think after they come, I think them coming is the plot.
No,
yeah.
the people that make the films, they want to have a plot, and they put the time and attention into it. But I think a lot of consumers of it are like, fast forward. You know?
Well.
So you don't pay attention to the plot at all. Do you just?
No.
Are you the type of person that watches the same porn that you know you like over and over? That's
No.
it, or you have to
I
vary?
like variety.
I got a few favorites.
I have favorites.
Yeah.
Gigi's favorites are disgusting.
Yeah.
No, some of the stuff I watch can be disgusting, but my favorites are like all girl orgies and that type of stuff.
All right, makes sense.
Well,
Makes sense. What's yours?
this topic has got me a little
you don't-
hot and bothered.
So wait, you don't have
So-
a favorite like? Porn?
I don't have a favorite porn. I'll watch anything. Any kind of
Anything?
porn. Yeah, I will.
Let me send you some of the stuff I be watching.
I'm not gonna watch anything with dogs and cows.
Oh, no. That'll do
No,
bestiality.
What do you
or
think of
necrophilia.
Gigi?
No, I'm just saying.
How would you even say that?
Exactly. Clutch my pearls. That's my favorite.
That would be my porn.
Now that's a good one.
Listen, that would be the name of my porn. Clutch my pearls. Because I make anybody go like this. The type shit I be into.
And then the
You
pearl
guys are
necklace
running me
comes
off.
right after that.
So
What
listen,
about
I have
when
to
they-
bounce. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're leaving.
I have to go. I have to
she
do
got
my
to
other
work.
show. Yeah.
All right,
Bye,
she has a
Jasmine.
job. She
I have
has
a
a
job.
salary.
And
Tell
I'm
DL we
gonna
said
help
Yes, tell
Tell
DL we
DL
send our
I
love.
will do that for sure. Bye. Bye,
Bye, Jasmine.
She has another job. Okay.
What if
I
they
said
don't
a real
come-
job?
A real job,
We don't
really
have real
think.
jobs.
What if they don't come in the porn? Isn't that frustrating? Like you ever watched?
I'm not
a
really
porn?
preoccupied with whether they do or not.
Why? I have to see. The
You come when
finish.
they come?
Yes, I think that's good. I like to see. Well, after they come, I like to see the people come.
Like,
It doesn't.
I do. I like.
I don't care about that. I don't even really.
I like it.
You like to see
I
the
feel like
girl
you have
come
to-
or the guy come?
The guy, the girl, whatever. Everybody has to come.
Somebody
in the
got to
room.
squirt
You
something.
really like the whole experience. You want to watch
She
everything.
wants to watch it
I
all.
do want to watch. No, I skip past the beginning.
So you just go straight to the money shot.
yes.
Audiobooks are a great sidekick for summer activities like hiking, running, road tripping, enjoying downtime outdoors, and more. And with the largest selection of audiobooks on the planet, Audible lets you fill your summer with more stories. More stories like The Alchemist, which is always one of our favorites, and also Angie Martinez's memoir, My Voice. It's easy for me when I'm driving because I'm always stuck in traffic, so I can't read a book, but I'd love to hear one. As an Audible member, you'll get a credit every month, good for any audiobook regardless of price. And if you didn't like your audiobook, you can exchange it, no questions asked. Plus, your books are yours to keep. Go back, you can re-listen anytime, even if you cancel your membership. Better yet, you can switch seamlessly between devices, picking up exactly where you left off. So whether you're getting on the train, on your phone, through your car, from a tablet, or at home on an Amazon Echo, start a 30-day trial and your first audiobook is free. Just go to audible.com/Angela or text Angela to 500-500. That's AUDIBLE.com/Angela or text Angela to 500-500. You can do it with audiobooks and you can do it with Audible. Now we have an advice question that somebody sent in, and so I've been dating this guy for almost 3 months now. I like him a lot. He's a great guy, but I can tell he has post-nasal drip. His breath constantly stinks. And he also doesn't have the best body odor. But he's a great guy. And we have a lot in common. Should I just break things off or let him know nicely that I like him, but he needs surgery?
Oh shit!
Do you think it's a surgery issue?
It sounds like it because she said he has postnasal drip, he has bad breath, and a little body odor. It sounds like there's something
that
wrong.
might not be. I feel like that's fixable without surgery.
What causes postnasal drip? Like, does he have like a decapitated? What is it called?
But I feel like if he just kept having mints, like he should just know that he has a breath problem and he has more mints.
Sometimes it could be your diet too.
Yeah, I think
I was about to say that.
Sometimes it's worse than mint.
But I think honestly, she should probably say something to him, like just so you know, like I'm not trying to be, funny. Like it's just something, and I really like you, and it's something you could easily fix.
Right.
So
when you leave here, the pillow stinks.
I'm sorry.
She should like buy him like a basket of like toiletries.
But sometimes that doesn't do anything.
I'm
like
disgusted.
His breath stinks. It's probably more of like what he has in his stomach.
Maybe. But I feel like you got to find a way to say it without destroying his ego, so he doesn't feel like emasculated or like ashamed, or just be like cool about it and be like, and then compliment him at the same time, like tell him other things you like about him, but like, and I really fuck with you, blah blah blah. But
you got a nice big dick, but your breath
but
stinks.
this got to change.
I wouldn't even.
And it's so easy to fix. It's fixable. It's not like it's not fixable.
I wouldn't have been able to get to the dick. If your breath stinks, I'm not going past that.
Your dick probably stinks.
Yeah, your dick stink, your balls stink,
But
and I'm not.
if she likes the guy enough to like, if she likes the guy enough to where those issues aren't big enough a deal to end it, then she's got to figure out how to.
I'll be like, my uncle's a dentist.
But how do you do say that?
My uncle's a dentist.
I feel like everything's fixable.
I just feel like how do you get to that point?
Pretty much, like when it comes to like, not everything. I take that back.
Okay.
I take that back. I think those kinds of things are fixable. I take that back.
Damn.
I don't believe everything is fixable.
We got one more question, and then I know you got things to do. All right, this question somebody sent in. My wife had an affair with her manager 11 years ago. And she confessed it to me recently after finding some inappropriate text from him to her. She's been ignoring him since his return to the company. I informed his wife of the texting and she was already aware of it, but didn't mention anything about an affair. Should I tell her since she has a right to know? I'm not telling her to cause her pain, but because she deserves the truth, and how she handles it is up to her. They do have 4 kids, and that's why I'm doubting if I should tell her or not.
So he's trying to be a snitch.
But if the wife already knows about the text, then
But she don't know that they had an affair.
11 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
It happened 11 years ago.
It's probably been happening.
I feel like the texts are enough incrimination right there. That's like
she knows.
Like she knows. Yeah. If my wife found dirty texts with me to somebody else, she would assume we were fucking.
And Kanye would post
I think the husband is bitter, and he just, misery loves company.
He's like, I want everybody, man. I want him and his wife to break up.
Because you heard what he said, how she reacts when it is what she does is what she does. Yeah, like, nah, you want her to be mad. You want everybody to be
mad.
Well,
sure. And sure he wants them to be mad, and he probably wants to break up her relationship.
Her happy home.
Because his might be breaking up as well. But bottom line is, if she's seen the text, she knows
something.
Like there's no new news. Like the 11-year-old affair ain't even.
So you don't even have to tell her. She knows.
The texts are the most relevant fact to me. The fact that they're texting right now while y'all married right now.
That's what matters. What's current.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had another great idea. You could play Jesus in the bedroom. Is that weird?
Jesus in the bedroom.
I have no idea what that would mean. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that could mean.
We don't know about his sexual exploits.
Is that taboo?
There are rumors about him and Mary Magdalene. That's why in the show that I was just in, there's kind of an insinuation that they might have had a relationship.
See, you could wear your sandals in the bedroom. I know that.
That's weird. I don't
Chrissy
think I
hates
would
sandals.
I know.
I actually don't wear them either. Like I don't like how I look in them, so I don't wear them. But Chrissy hates them as well.
You don't wear sandals on vacation or nothing?
No, if I'm on the beach, I'm usually just barefoot.
But to get to the beach,
I wear like some sneakers with no socks, and then like a pair like
some canvas,
like Stan Smith or something like it looks like that, and I'll just wear them to the beach and then walk around barefoot.
We got to get you some slides, man.
Yeah, plenty of people wear slides, and it's cool, but I just don't like how I look in them. I don't like how I feel walking around. I don't like how I feel walking around. I feel very unsecured. And
it's not the feet are not secure enough in the slides.
I feel like
you need more support.
It's no support. It's nothing. I'd rather just be barefoot.
The support is underneath because if you're walking somewhere
Barely,
hot,
they just slide around and flop around.
yo, what are you doing?
They don't
What
do
is
shit
this?
for you.
That's the slide.
They don't do
That's the
shit for
guy
you.
outside the gas station.
I don't like how guys look in thong sandals, but the slides,
thongs.
thong
Thong
sandals.
sandals.
I heard thongs.
Yeah.
That's the one with the one strip right
In
there in
between
your
your
toe.
big
I
Yeah.
think that
I was
was a little
picturing
like a
something
little weird, but I think like
The strap
you
across
could
like a
do the
Jordan slide.
I know lots of guys that wear slides, and
Or
it's
maybe some
cool, but I
Crocs
just
for
don't
you.
like how I
Some
feel or
Crocs.
look in them. I'm good.
With the socks, yeah, guys wear the slides with the
Yeah.
socks, like
Yeah.
all that.
You have nice
He'd rather go.
They're
socks than
fine.
shoes.
I mean, I get pedicures. They're fine. They're not beautiful. They're fine.
Your feet.
Yeah, my feet. They're fine. I get
They're
pedicures.
fine.
I get pedicures when they get a little rough, and then that's it.
So he said he had on sneakers while he was in.
He was swimming.
But while I
with
was playing
sneakers on.
Jesus,
While he was playing, he didn't have on the Jesus sandals. He had on sneakers.
But-
No.
nobody in the cast actually had sandals. We like no, except Mary, Sarah Bareilles. She wore sandals, but everybody else wore shoes.
They should have been like, they should demand that you wear.
Yeah, because when I think of Jesus, I think of sandals.
Right.
Well, the whole point of the way we styled the show was
Right,
to make
so it
it
was-
look updated and not look like it was of that period, but more now.
Right,
Now, somebody sent me this question about grammatical errors, and a lot of people weighed in on it, and I just want to see what you think because I always look at you as a scholar as well.
I was an English major too, so,
So was
I
I.
know my way around grammar.
Okay, so to what degree does a man with poor texting grammar turn you off? Assuming everything else about him is great, how much would it matter? My grammar isn't exactly perfect, but damn, this guy I've recently started talking to seems super cool, but his texting is a huge turnoff. He says here when he means here, there when it should be there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
never even bothers to use any kind of
These are pet
punctuation.
peeves to me. I wouldn't be able to do it with somebody I was dating if they were that messy with grammar and spelling. Like, no. And you know,
I was an English major too, so I kind of get it.
I just couldn't do it all the time because it would just be too much. I just want to correct everything.
Send it back with a big F on the top.
Right,
It's
Y'all
crazy
petty.
because Chrissy's a really good texter.
She is.
As people know from her tweeting, she's like clever and everything. And she's not always strict with grammar, but she's intentional with her grammar.
Right.
Like,
As long as you know the rules, you
yeah,
can break
she
them.
has her own rules, and she does it for effect more than because she doesn't know the grammar. And she's very like clever and quick with the way she writes. And so that's part of how I fell in love with her was just our banter on text was really good. If somebody was texting me like that and their spelling was all over the place and their grammar was all over the place, I'm like, no, I couldn't do it.
One of my sisters, she texts like that. Like every word is like wrong. Like she'll mean steal with an A, but say it with an E, like two E's. Like, and you know what I do? Because like we're not in a good place right now. We be arguing every time we text. So I would like correct her typos and send it back to her.
It's so
That's
mean.
shady.
I'm having a great day and it's still. Asterisk.
Right.
Oh, you know what
Every
people-
once in a while, when people try to clown me on Twitter, like Trump fans or whatever, and they're like, "You're such an idiot," but they always do your YOUR instead of YOU apostrophe RE. I'm like, I just put asterisk YOU apostrophe RE.
And they're like, fuck you.
That pisses them off more than
that makes it
anything.
worse.
I hate when people write pedal stool instead of pedestal. Like, put me up on a
No, I've
pedestal.
Don't
never
get me
seen
started.
nobody do
Don't
that
get me
before.
started on. I hate when people say
Laptop.
I could care less instead of I couldn't care less.
I could care less.
Oh, I probably would.
I might
A lot of
say
people do
Yeah.
that. A lot. That's one of the most common ones.
Nah, you
that really
ODing
bothers
now.
me.
Okay, now you're
Because
being
you actually
really
mean,
nitpicky.
because you actually mean I couldn't care less.
But
people say I could
nobody
care
says
less.
that. Everybody says I could care less.
This is an essay.
But that's the opposite of what you mean.
You know, you just
could.
put that to my attention because I wasn't even on that.
I could
Now
care
I'm gonna
less.
be on it.
I couldn't care less is what you mean. 'Cause
maybe you're saying I
you're saying,
could.
you're saying I'm at minimum give a fucks. Like I'm at minimum care. So you're saying I couldn't care less. If you said I could care less, you're like you could be at 100 on care.
And I got
there's
some
all
cares
these
again.
other cares down here.
Y'all lost me a few cares ago.
I could care less about I could care less.
I give 0 fucks. How's that?
I bet y'all couldn't care less about this conversation.
Now, when is the album coming out? Just so you know.
We're working on it. We're not done with it. So we just decided we wanted to have a single out for the summer because it felt like the
good
right mood for the summer.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to wait till the album's done to put it out. I'm just give my fans something. The video is dope and the song is dope. Let's just put it out. And
It's
then
like a fun club in the club.
I got
Yeah.
a question. Why the hell you not in the video?
I am in the video,
Oh,
but I'm not
watching,
the couple. I was
you wasn't the guy.
Yes.
Y'all wasn't kissing.
So the
and all
lead,
that.
so the lead is just a young couple. Because I feel like people associate me and Chrissy so much.
Y'all got some
and
videos.
It's like singing about my wife and this and that. I
Right,
felt like it'd be better to like.
Well, that sounds clearly not about your wife because you actually found a wife.
It's saying you just met somebody that could be your wife. So it's more about new love. And so we wanted the video to be more about new love.
Yeah, because
than-
that's not believable. You done found your wife 12 years
and my
ago.
wife is like 8 months pregnant. Like, we've been together for 12. We've been together for 12
She's in
years.
the club drinking like, I found my wife. She's pregnant,
But I found her.
So we wanted to focus on new love in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's a nice, fun song, and we love it. It's very catchy because we've been singing it ever since.
Good.
Oh my gosh, so good.
All day.
Good.
We can't wait for the baby to come too because the other baby is so cute. you make the best kids.
And this sounds a little weird, but I saw the ultrasound and he really looks like Luna too. Like,
Are you kidding?
yeah, like we got a good picture of his face, and we're like, oh my god, he looks literally just like Luna looked at that stage when she was a baby.
That's
She's
so exciting.
pretty. She's like the cutest baby.
It's
ever.
going to be a little Chrissy and a little John now on the way.
Yes,
Baby JL.
indeed.
Is his name John also?
We don't
John
know
Jr.?
yet. We haven't decided.
Are you thinking about a junior?
We've thought about it, but we have a bunch of other names we're thinking about too. So we'll see.
Oh, we can't wait to hear this name. I know it's going to be.
As long as
We're
it's
not. We don't like crazy celebrity name.
Yeah.
Like
Well, Luna's very different, though.
it's
not a lot
different
of-
enough,
I
but
don't
it's
know
like.
anybody named
But I
Luna.
feel like it's just different enough, but also like not wacky.
Who has the wackiest baby
Stop it.
name right now?
I'm
Talk
not.
about nobody kids, girl. Get out
I'm
of
not
here.
talking about
Bye.
folks.
It's not, the kids didn't name themselves. It's the parent.
Yeah, but they gotta
Meet
go
the
around with
parents.
it.
Yeah, listen, can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming through. We really appreciate it. This was big for us.
It's my pleasure and great to see y'all. I've seen all y'all in different contexts, but it's good to see you here. All right.
Mr. JL, aka John Legend. Let me
Yes.
see if anything else happened on Twitter. Hold on,
yeah,
before
yeah,
you get
before
out of
you
here.
go.
Let me just make sure.
Do a Twitter check.
Hold
Make
on.
sure y'all
Hold on,
cop
make sure
that
we
new
don't-
porn.
The legend.
The legend.
You guys are good.
Oh, no? That's it?
Safe for now.
All right, John Legend, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Better shouldn't cost more. That's what Breadless believes. Breadless makes hundreds of high-quality, better-for-you essentials that are organic, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, and cruelty-free. All for just $3 each. No more paying for fancy labels and middleman markups. Breadless ships direct, saving an average of 40% compared to national brand retailers. Start building your Breadless box today and get free shipping on your first order at Breadless.com. Better everything for everyone and all $3. Breadless.com.